Hi, I'm Saya, and we are here in my kitchen. I have a very special guest. She is the owner of Naked Bones Broth, as well as the catering company Olive Twist. As you know, I love making Asian soupy noodles, and today we're going to be using Naked Bones bone broth in order to enhance the flavor. So Roz, tell us more about Naked Bones Broth.
Okay, so thank you to Sarah for having us today. It's so exciting. I'm actually keen to learn more about the way you cook, and I know that with our bone broth, a lot of people think about it as a winter product, but we're going to show you that we can use it in spring, summer, any season. It can be brought into any family meal. Doesn't matter how you're cooking, and we're going to keep it simple and easy for you guys, and we can't wait to share it with you.
So today we're going to be making a spring-inspired soupy noodle using Naked Bones bone broth. So I would usually just start with frying up some ginger and garlic with vegetable oil, but Roz here has brought over something special. What have you brought over?
We have got beef tallow. So what it is it's a rendered, grass-fed, free-range beef fat that we take from the bone broth. We're going to cook with it. It is so much more nutritious than any other oil, and it has the most amazing shelf life. So beef tallow, guys, you should use it.
So we're going to fire up this pot. Usually I would smash my garlic with my big Asian cleaver and chop it up, but she has a different way of doing garlic, which is actually quite cool.
Yeah. You're going to just take your garlic clove and you're going to grate it as it is. And what you're left with is you've got the peel on the one side, and you've got your beautiful minced garlic ready to go, which goes into your dish on the other side. You can do exactly the same thing with your ginger. I usually just cut the amount of ginger that I want to use, and I'm going to do exactly the same. So now we've got this beautiful minced ginger that's going to go into the bowl. I'm going to mix it in with the garlic.
Okay, perfect. The point is, we want to make Asian cooking accessible and easy. So there's a lot of ingredients that I buy from the Asian supermarket, but these are all things that you can get in a town as small as Bolito and KwaZulu-Natal.
Not that small.
Well, 20,000. Are we 20,000 people? That's not a large town, is it? But anyways, we're trying to use what we have, make it super simple, and then if you guys have the inclination to go to a Chinese supermarket or you have extra bits, this is, you know, you can add on top of this. So this is kind of baseline Asian soup broth, and we're gonna go from there. So this tallow, basically like an oil. Oh, it smells nice. It kind of has like a roast beef smell to it.
A little bit of a flavor to it, yeah.
Okay.
Garlic and ginger in. Give it a stir side.
Okay. So we want to cook this garlic and ginger quite on a low heat, because you never want to burn your garlic, because that changes the flavor to taste completely. So let's actually add in just the chicken thigh. This is just going to add in extra chicken flavor. I'm going to put skin down.
So people are going to ask where they can get all these ingredients from. So I just wanted to say that besides going to Sun in Devilor,
which is pretty much the only Asian supermarket worth going to in, I think, all of KZN, really.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Where do you stock your bone broth?
Homegrown. We stock it at Taylor's Warza Meats, and we also stock it in the Food Lovers Bolito and at the Wellness Warehouse Bolito. So we're in a few places around town. And then of course it's stocked around Durban as well. Yeah. We do have a list of stockists and that is on our website. Okay, so I was just going to use, I love Naked Bones Broth sipping broths because they're already flavored, so you really just need to chuck things in, add a bit of soy sauce and Bob's your uncle. But Roz here says it's great to blend the different kinds of broth that she has. So what are you thinking, Roz? What should we do? So just to keep it light, we're going to go with a beef and a chicken bone broth. I love the flavor of both. The beef gives it a little bit of depth. The chicken keeps it light. So you've got a beautiful combination for a spring summer bowl. I'm going to put it in now. In it goes. And in it goes. And just so you guys know, we also have the junior chicken and junior beef. So we've got those available for babies from 6 months.
I have the water starting to boil for the noodles, but just to add toppings, ramen should be fun. It should be like a poke bowl. Add what you want or what you have. So this is the chicken that we were cooking the bone broth in, but I also just took the time, I just took some chicken breast, and again, use my trifecta of Asian ingredients, soya sauce, meat, and sake, and just have been marinating these from a few hours before. So we're gonna fry these up and slice it and add it on top of the ramen bowls. Yeah, but I think it's also simply more because you used this beef tallow. You know what chum is?
No.
Well, you're gonna learn. I'm learning.
The broth, guys, it's not salted and does not have any pepper in it. The reason why we don't season the broth is because a lot of people need it for health benefits. So we've got guys with IBS, we've got people with gut health issues, small babies, people who need it for health. Notice that Saya in her videos has been cooking with chopsticks, and I just think it's kind of precious. So I'm going to try and...
You're going to burn yourself. Chopsticks are great because you can pick up from big pieces the small grains of rice.
I get it, but it's not that
But it is an acquired talent.
Well, and I've
got to work at it.
Wow, it's hard.
So ramen noodles are traditionally Chinese, but Japanese have acquired them for their own soupy noodles. So they're egg noodles. They tend to be really chewy and lovely in a nice bone broth. So that's what we're gonna be using today. But if you don't have egg noodles, you can use Japanese buckwheat noodles, which are super healthy, high in vitamin B12. This morning, I quickly made up these wontons to add in. It was so easy. You'll see in the video, I had all my kids making in a little like Oompa Loompa chain gang. They have prawns and chicken and green onions in it. So now I'm just gonna boil these to add as a topping. Johnny! So we just have boiling water here. Again, I want to boil them separately than in the soup broth because it has flour in it. It would make the soup broth too thick. So we're just gonna pop these in. You know, because they're just for topping, maybe 2 or 3 per person. I'm sure it's 100% sesame oil.
How do you know?
Just look for the 100%.
If
you can't read, just look at the 100%.
Just look.
Anytime you want to make it more Southeast Asian-y, some fresh mint leaves is lovely. Chopped up green onions. We have some just boiled up edamame, which is Japanese soya beans in its raw form. The teriyaki chicken, some sliced red onion, limes, these dumplings. But again, the whole point of our episode today is to show that this is baseline. If all you can get is bone broth and some noodles and some green onions and spinach, start with that. Okay, so now this is what just the boiled ramen noodles look like, and we're just gonna add them on top. You know, you can go lots or little. The great thing about the bone broth, it's gonna be sucked into the noodles. Ready to feed our friends who've come for lunch. So
We'll
give
see
us
you now.
Yeah, we'll see you now. Okay. Our awesome Naked Bones Broth Springy Asian Noodle Bowl, and we have our 2 very good friends over for lunch. This is Helen. She is CEO of her family.
Hello everyone.
And managing director of her 5 beautiful children.
I'll take that, thank
Thank you so much for coming to us. And then we have Tash Barnard, owner of Tashby Pilates Studio, and she's also instructor, and she goes around the world instructing instructors for Bossy Pilates. So thank you so much for joining us today. So now that we have this, we can also add our hot sauces. This is one from Homegrown, I love it. This is a Fuchi chili sauce, and then Rosie, what did you bring here? This looks awesome.
Okay, so that's a Vietnamese dipping sauce. It's a table condiment. It's made up with fish sauce, rice wine vinegar, a dash of lime, and a little bit of grated garlic, and some touch of sugar and salt.
Yummy!
And it's very, very sharp and beautiful to add to any of your Asian meals.
Okay, so guys,
I'm
dig in.
right now. Like seriously, well done. Thanks for inviting us.
Thank you so much. Mix it all up. And now the point is you gotta slurp. Ooh, you gotta slurp to show me that you think it's delicious.
No problem.
Slurp. And you can hold your bowl up, because in Asian people hold it up so you don't get your soup everywhere. All right.
Okay, let's go
Ready?
for it,
Go.
Zaha.
Wow.
Tash has been practicing. Tash has been practicing. Tash goes to Tokyo and Seoul and where else? In Malaysia to teach. So she better be good at using her chopsticks, or else I'd be disappointed.
Pick up my
Chicken.
one noodle. No. So I'm actually here because I said to Sarah I want to challenge her on her little buramaisi eating with a chopstick. So come, you're gonna give me a
Okay, hold on.
out of 10.
Okay. Out of 10.
Out of 10.
And the slurping, please. Slurp. Slurp.
That's snoring, Tash. That is not through your nose.
I would say 6.5.
Ach, just let me just top it off. Luckily, I'm not competitive. So I'm happy with that.
6.5.
I will have more.
Oh! That's a 9.5.
Just burn your eye.
From 0 to hero. Okay, come take it.
OISHII.
Yummy.